What's the story behind Sugar Mommy?
You got one?
That would be great if we did, but unfortunately, we're taking applications.
Hello, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Dan. And we welcome to the studio Crash Adams.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, real talk, you gave me totally different names when you walked in here, though, for the most part, right?
Yes.
So could we break... There's so many things I need to break down here. Like, we need to figure it all out.
Let's break it down.
All right, so I'm Crash. My real name is Raphael.
And I'm Adams, and my real name is Vince.
You have a deep voice, but you don't sing.
I do not.
Yeah, you have a good speaking voice there,
I actually have the best falsetto in the music industry, though. It's very low-key.
Yeah?
It's very low-key.
Imagine.
I have so many questions here because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I know there's some trickery going on. I know there's some internet magic happening. Like, don't fuck with me. You can't lie
I
to
don't
me.
even know what you're talking about.
What do you don't know?
Let's get down to it.
You think these guys really end up on the street with their laptop and guitar and their rig and they actually find impromptu raptors? There's no way. There's
Like
no way. You just show up.
That's hilarious. So it actually, like, I could break it down. Like, the first three were, or the first two were actually impromptu, had no idea they were happening. And then because they went so viral after the first two, we were like, okay, maybe we should continue to do this, continue to do this. People want to see it. And then now we reach out to the actual artists beforehand. But we're always scrolling to see, we have to like their music, and then we'll reach out to them.
It works.
Thank you.
And you're grabbing artists of varying sizes, which I think
100%.
is really cool. And then it gives people a time to shine. And then you're releasing versions of the song with these people, right? Sometimes?
On YouTube, we will.
We do, yeah.
But we find we're actually turning this kind of into a competition where based on like our fans, whoever they like the most, that's who we'll release a remix with.
Interesting. So how much of what I'm experiencing and watching online is art versus an understanding of algorithm and data science and like psychology, I'm assuming, right? Because like,
Interesting.
it all plays a part, right?
Yeah, like I think if you asked me that a year ago, like we were more, it was like, okay, algorithm. But now we're trying to mix the two because obviously the freestyle series works, but we want to be able to show people art and expose our music. So I think right now it's definitely it's a nice balance.
I appreciate that you actually understand that and try to go deeper in that, because like there is a lot that goes into it behind the scenes. Like we're always trying to either keep retention, but at the same time it can't feel like a factory. Like it's got to feel like we're putting love into it at the same time, and we're showcasing
I feel that.
it. Thank you.
Yeah, it hits. Like, dude, clearly you're showing retention, right? Like your numbers versus your following across platform, they do really well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you translate that into ticket sales? Are we not even at that part of our process yet in terms of like, when you look at the overall journey of Crash Adams, like have we not even reached the point of like, how do I get like asses in seats?
Yeah, that's number one on our mind for sure. I think now is actually the perfect time to be answering this question, because I think when we first started out, we had done this previously, like before Crash Adams. I was a DJ, he was in a band, Vince was in a band, and we kind of saw a little taste of how to get people in the seats, but to the point where it's a lot of work when you start off with no eyeballs. So I think our main focus at first was just get people to know who we are, and then get them to know our music. And then once they know our music, now our main focus, like pretty much for the last 3-4 months, is let's show people that we're artists. Let's get on the road. Let's not even care about the numbers of whoever shows up, but let's look at the data. Let's see who's listening to our music from where, and let's hit those cities. Let's show them that we actually are artists. We actually have a live show.
And release an EP, right?
That goes along with it.
Crashing into your living room.
Volume 1.
There is a couch, right, that kind of like hangs with you. It's like a common thread. But there's a difference, right? You have a red couch and then it goes to orange or something?
We have
Yellow.
a yellow one in LA just for the sunshine. We were feeling yellow.
Got it. Okay, interesting. So there's no deeper meaning into this.
No, but the original red couch, it was actually my grandmother's couch. So when she came to, we're from Canada, so when she came to Canada, honestly I don't know the year, but it was in her house for like 20 years. Ended up in my recording studio, and we took a photo shoot on the couch one day, and we noticed that it's like this red velour material, and we noticed that the material really popped. So we were like, why don't we take it out to different parts of in public and see what the photos turn out like.
It's so funny how things have changed though, because now like we're just, you see in our content, we're on the street, we're doing this and that, whatever. But like the first time we brought the couch to the middle of the street, it was such a rush.
Yeah, it actually was a rush. It was
Like, oh my, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And now it's like, all right, we do this.
I do wonder like what it's like when you guys are filming, because it looks and sounds great, but there's no way it sounds great in person, because like half the time your fucking mic isn't even having a wire.
It's
No, it actually is. We do it live.
We do it live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have video proof that you do not have a plugged-in mic in some situations.
That's
way.
a lie because it's wireless.
Yeah.
You have a wireless
It's
always-
SM7?
yeah, it's always
Bullshit.
live.
Swear,
Yeah.
we went to Guitar Center and we said we need to make this easier so that he doesn't always have to be
So
right
you put
next to
a
the
wireless
speaker.
transmitter that actually sounds good?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
everything we do is it's
Wow,
always
look at that.
live, it's always recorded.
Yeah, I
And
was
a
about
lot of the
to-
artists they didn't realize that. Like when they got to wherever we were filming, they were like, okay, you have the song, like how are we doing this? We lip syncing, and it was like,
no,
no,
you're
we do it on
doing
the
this.
spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I wondered, like, sometimes you hear something and you see something, but like when you're actually in the room, it just doesn't hit the same. And there's some incredible artists that, like, all hits differently when you watch it, when it's something's designed to be consumed on a screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between how you choose to tailor something. And I thought to myself, when I saw you just dangling this SM7, I was like, there's just like, you either think I'm a fucking idiot or there's something, like, clearly it's plugged in.
Yeah.
But then also, I'm like, you've sang this song 1,000 times. If you can't lip sync this fucking hook, now we got a larger problem here, brother.
That's very true.
I can only imagine how many times you sang just that part.
I know. Yeah.
And the amount of times
single
I've
time.
had to listen to it.
And it's funny because we actually like something that probably no one knows is he actually plays it a little bit faster when we record the videos specifically for retention. So there's times where like in the show, like it feels like in our actual live show, it feels so slow because when we're out there, he's speeding through
Yeah,
the
I
guitar.
remember we were playing it an acoustic set in Indonesia, and I was so used to playing it faster from when we were making these videos, and it was like 10 a.m. in the morning. His voice was just fresh, and I started playing "Give Me a Kiss," and I was just like speeding through it. But for me, it was like, wow, this is hitting.
Yeah, and I'm looking over. I'm like trying to give him signals, like slow down, slow
And
down.
then I was just like, bro, what were you doing? Like, I was playing "Give Me a Kiss."
But you were playing it the way that
I was playing
we
it the
see it
way-
online.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So why not just change the official version to the way you play it online if that's what people know and it's catchy?
You know what? I think for us, like the official version, just
It hits.
like to us, this is probably the most special song that we had from the jump because it's just really it's us. It was the two of us making it where we started together. The idea started when we were like the whole. Even though it doesn't sound like it anymore, it started when we created Crash Atoms, and to us, it feels like the most authentic display of sonics, melody, and like emotionality. I just made that up, but emotionalness.
You heard it here
and-
first.
and at the same time.
Was it tailored to have a revolving, like when you made the song originally, was it created to have a revolving feature, or was there always a place for a feature?
No.
No, like this wasn't the plan at all. Right before the song came out, we found a series that did really well on social media, and we got lucky because it impacted the song. But there was never really plans to.
Yeah, it actually started. We were on Santa Monica Pier, and we were leaving. We were filming one day. We just finished, wrapped up, and as we were walking out, there was a rapper that was handing out mixtapes, like standing at the corner handing out mixtapes, and he came up to us, and I'm the type of person where if I receive a CD in 2024, I'm not going to listen to it.
I don't even know what a CD player.
He was actually, so I won't take that if it's a CD, but he was actually handing out on his mixtape. It was like a scan. It was like a QR code where you could scan and then it takes it to his Spotify. So I was like, okay, I like this idea. Let's take the mixtape. Grab the mixtape. We thought nothing of it. Month later, we're at Santa Monica Pier. We see him again. And he comes up to us and he's like, yo, when you guys took the mixtape, everybody kind of started stopping and seeing what was going on. He literally said, he's like, I was about to give up and leave, and then you guys took it, and I got another 10 people who took it. We just thought nothing of it, started chatting about just life, and we really liked the guy's energy. And we said, you know what? We had a series where it was like, if you don't like this song, you get to slap me in the face. But if you like this song, you have to follow us on Spotify. And we just put somebody in the video and they either slap me in the face or they follow us on Spotify. So we said, we have a pretty big following. Why don't you be in the video and we'll tag you? Put him in the video and we played our song Caroline. When we were done playing, we had no idea, but he goes to him, he's like, keep going. So Vince starts playing the guitar. He's playing and he starts freestyling out of nowhere, holding his baby. And I was...
It was crazy.
I couldn't believe we couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that the thing is too, like when we were talking about algorithms before stuff, if you can feel it in the moment of when it's happening, that it's gonna be great. It usually reflects online, and people really connect with it. And that was a moment where I was losing my mind. I was completely losing my mind.
So did this guy with his baby essentially invent this format?
Pretty
that
much.
He's been doing ever since.
Yeah, like
Pretty much.
because we didn't know yet, but then the next time we were out at Santa Monica Pier, there was somebody who was freestyling, and he was freestyling for like 30 minutes. And he was like, somebody would walk by and he would like talk about their clothes or whatever was going on. And we like kind of looked at each other. We're like, should we ask him to freestyle on our song? Because the last video kind of did well. Went up to him and we said, hey, can you freestyle on our song? Didn't know the song.
Never heard it before. We didn't run it for him. We didn't play it acoustically, nothing. He's just like, play it for me live and we're going to do this.
Yep. We did that. And that video got like 100 million views. From there, we're like, okay, like 5 million is one thing, 100 million, we need to do this again. And then
people like it.
Rather than standing out there for like 6-7 hours trying to find the right person who delivers a good verse, we're just like, let's just look on social media.
Who is the person? Who's the third?
It was two.
But who is the person after?
After the second, it was
The rapper in New York, Lil D.
yes,
Lil D.
the rapper in New York.
And that one actually wasn't planned either because we just met him at
He was
like
him
a
and his dad.
barbecue.
It was him and his dad, and I
We had
saw
a
how
barbecue.
I saw how much his dad believed in him, and I was like, you know what? Why can you rap? We have a guitar at the hotel. Let's just bring it in.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I mean, I also love the ones with the singers too. It's a great series.
Thank you.
Thank you
Listen,
very much,
we're blessed. We're blessed to have this platform that we have. And there's so many good artists out there that also don't have a platform. And why are we doing this? We're doing this to lift people up. At the end of the day, we're doing this to make people feel better and change their life through music. Why not, since we have a platform, why not allow others who are also trying to do the same thing have a voice?
That's the right way to look at it. So with the previous strategies, was it really just to gain followers and to just... I mean, the idea of like slapping or following you is pretty funny.
Mainly to gain streams on our music. I think that's the end goal is to gain, or not streams on our music, is to gain real fans of our music.
Yep.
That's the goal. Find people who connect with it.
Yeah, like everything before, like we literally had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
we're just building as it goes on, and okay, we made these mistakes there. Let's tweak it here and continue to build on this.
Hello, beautiful human. Every year, millions of gamers experience IGSS, inadequate gaming setup syndrome. Luckily, a cure has been found. You have to go beyond. With the Vibrasonic mattress by Beyond Sleep. This thing has 6 built-in subwoofers, USB ports for charging, LED lights so you never stub your toe. It gives you an acoustic massage when you want it, plus adjustable degrees of comfort. This right here is the best way to game ever. Cure your IGSS today at BeyondSleepTech.com.
How much time is dedicated to making music and how much time is dedicated to making content? Because you guys don't have that much music out.
It's like it's a full-time job for both, I would say. I would say if you had to break it down by days of the week, 4 days are making music, 3 days are making content.
Mm-hmm.
Two of the days are probably filming, and then one of the days is editing. But like we're always in the studio. We're always, even with hanging out with like, I live with my cousin and my brother as well. And my cousin's also is like dabbling in writing, and like any chance we get, we're making music. Because at the end of the day, we do this because we're musicians. All the content, if social media wasn't the way to get your music heard, we wouldn't be on social media.
No, we'd find another way.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the end goal.
This EP, how much of this is made up of an understanding of the internet generation and like what works in terms of attention? And
I would say none.
Yeah, none
Really?
of it.
Yep.
To be honest with you, I think it's just an expression of what we were feeling at the specific time, and it's music that we like.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't go to the studio and say this will hit on social media. We just make music that speaks to us and music that we love. And then if it hits on social media, fantastic. If it doesn't, oh well, promote the ones that do on social media. And then when our fans come to see us and they fall in love with the stuff that didn't translate, great.
Yeah, because the thing is too, like something might not hit on social media, but the core fan base that's coming to shows, it might just be the best live kind of song, right? So, yeah, it's different.
that's interesting. How are you? Like, what story are you trying to tell with this EP? Because you're in a place where so many people like have seen you guys on their feed, but don't know you. So, like, an EP like this is kind of crucial, right?
Definitely.
I mean,
yeah, I consider it crucial.
yeah, I don't want to put that much pressure,
Yeah.
but it is a big deal.
Definitely. 100%.
I think the most crucial point about it though is the fact that last year we only dropped 3 songs,
Yeah.
and the years before we would drop only a few songs. So, we're really dropping 5 at once.
It's the first time we're doing it. We owe it to the people that supported us for our music to actually give them music. You can't be a musician without making music and releasing a ton of music. So I think that's, at the end of the day, that's what we decided. I think we decided this probably mid last year when
Yep.
we really started working on it. We were like, listen, all this social media stuff is great. We know why we're here, and everyone needs to align with that.
What story are you trying to tell with this E EP?
So I would probably say the story is, this is a collection of Crash Adams, and what I mean by that is there's songs that are dancey and fun and happy and how we feel. There's songs that are melodically hit us in the feels, whether that's a song called Good and Bad, or whether that's Give Me a Kiss. The emotion and the lyrics speak to us. It's a true reflection of the music that we like and the music that we like to make.
How'd you all really meet? You've been friends for a long time, but was it through making music or through school?
Man, you know what? Like, if I had to actually tell you the first time we met, I have no idea, because I was like literally 1 year old.
Really?
Yeah, like our parents are best friends. This guy always says our parents were best friends. I'm like, what are you talking about? They went out for dinner last night. So like,
Yeah.
So like I have no idea, but like as far as I can remember, I used to literally sit at the window of my house, being like, Rafael is coming over. Rafael is coming over.
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lucked out. I think that's why we work well together, because like, even like, we argue all the time, we
Yeah.
fight all the time, but like, we've known each other for so long that it's like, all right, it's
a
like my
family
brother.
thing.
This is my
Yeah,
brother.
it's a
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're siblings at that point, dude. That's
Literally.
pretty great.
Yeah.
So who came up with the idea of even trying music? Or like who wanted to pursue it first? Like how did that work out?
It started. So I was DJing in college. He was actually playing soccer in Germany, and then when this all happened, he just got back from Germany. I'd finished college, got my degree, and I was like, all right, finally, it's time to. My deal was like, I was gonna finish. The moment I'm done, I'm going forward to music. I'm taking a couple of years off and just hitting into music. He was the best guitar player I knew my entire life.
Really generous. Super generous.
And I started
Lucked
getting bored of DJ music. So we came together. We were like, let's start something like an artist project. I was originally going to be the producer. I'd never sang before until like 2017. So I was going to produce. He was going to play guitar. We were looking for a singer, and then we couldn't find any singers that wrote lyrics that were sitting with us. So we were just kind of like, all right, let's just try to do it ourselves, and
That-
started singing.
Was that the
And-
first time you ever really sang?
Yeah, ever.
Wow.
So imagine me showing these demos to people, and they're like, "This guy kind of sucks at singing." I'm like, "Wait, if there's anyone that's going to become a great singer, it's this guy right here, because he will grind and he will work as hard as possible and do whatever it takes." And now those same people that have said this doesn't sound like it are like, "Wow, really like that new song you guys dropped. The
No,
vocals are great."
You sound great.
Thank you very much. Really
Prove
appreciate
that the voice is a muscle.
100%. It's definitely a muscle.
How do you learn to become a good singer?
You know what? I watched a lot of YouTube. I would try to emulate.
YouTube.
I would try to emulate voices. Like I'm actually decent at emulating voices. So I would like watch a lot of YouTube and try to copy people's voice on YouTube. And then about a year in, I started taking singing lessons.
Wow.
That's gonna be Dan tonight, and he's about to have a roommate. So your roommate's gonna love you.
Starting a band? Who were you watching though? Like which artist were you trying to
The
copy?
funniest thing, it was actually, it started with I think it was Jason Derulo. It was Jason Derulo it started with. And then it went to, I think it was like the Jonas Brothers. Magic was one of them that I used to try
Rude.
and emulate. But honestly, I've heard a lot that we have a Maroon 5 style, and I think that's just my voice because I never really tried to emulate his voice ever, which is why I was surprised when people said it.
So can you describe the growth between 2023 and now for y'all? Because you did have an EP come out last year, but I have a feeling there's been a lot of growth since, right?
So, yeah, go ahead, actually.
Well, I was gonna say it was California Girl EP. It was not like our first ever official EP, but I think the growth, like last year, the goal was just to pretty much build our following and try and get people to listen to our music, and we definitely achieved that. But like we said with this EP, I feel like with music, it's like content. If you're not dropping a song after song after song, people will be like, "Oh, all these artists dropped these songs, but Crash Adams didn't. I'm gonna go listen to all these other artists." But if you do, then it's like, "Oh, okay, Crash Adams dropped. Oh, they dropped again, and they dropped again."
How do you balance that with also creating art that lasts forever?
I feel like that creating art that lasts forever, I don't know if you could I guess you can decide. We believe that whatever frequency you tune into, you can make happen.
Yep.
So, but it's a lot easier said than done to just be like, this art is going to last forever and this is what I'm doing. I think you just have to be, I think the most authentic music will last forever.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day too, it's not just about dropping a song just to drop a song. You gotta like the song. You gotta believe in the song. You gotta
intention.
want to go out and play it live and feel like it's the greatest song ever, right? So
But I think something important to note in terms of like our growth, I think where our growth has been most in the last year is our growth as artists. I think, like Vince said, is the first part was let's get eyeballs, let's get people to know our face, let's get people to know who we are, and let's have the ability to have our message heard. Now it's let's make sure our message is right. Let's make sure it's reflective. Let's make sure it's art.
What is the message?
So the main message, even from the name, have you ever seen the movie Patch Adams
I know of it.
With Robin Williams?
with Robin Williams? So that's where we get our name, Crash Adams. And basically, synopsis of this is Robin Williams is a med school student, and he goes through med school, and he's assigned to like the terminally ill wing. And these people in the terminally ill wing, it's of course naturally the energy around there is just like very somber energy. And what he does is instead of going in there and treating them through your conventional med school ways, he goes in there and he puts a red nose on and he makes them laugh and he tells them jokes and he raises we call it raising their vibration. And he literally raises their vibration to make them happier in their final days. And at the end of the day, for us, whether you hear our music, whether you see our videos, like I said, we're blessed to have this opportunity. Our goal is to raise everybody's vibration, make them a little happier, make them a little more inspired to do what they want to do. That's our goal.
So do you run all the music you want to make or all the ideas or the lyric ideas through that sort of filter?
What would you say?
I don't know. Like it's tough. It's like it's not intentional. it's not like we're sitting there and we're writing something and be like, no, we can't write this because it doesn't have that. But I feel like it comes out that way just because I feel like we're just super happy people. And like, I legitimately, when I meet someone, I'm like, yo, I quit music at one point. Like I was playing in a band and I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Like people around me were like, yeah, it's just not going to work. And like, you're really a product of your environment. And then he came back into my life because we disconnected through high school and college. And he was like, yo, this is the deal. We read this book together. We were literally like reading an audio book.
What book?
It was called The Complete Reader by Neville Goddard. And he really hammered home the message to me where it's like, just visualize what you want to do, work as hard as possible, and just believe it. Like, be so delusional, knowing that this is going to happen.
That's the only way to be.
Yeah, and now we're sitting here right now as Crash Adams. I love how life is going, and that's what I'm saying. I want people to believe
That's like
you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's a more form of manifestation. It
100%.
essentially is.
100%.
My whole life is that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know it being as successful as you are in your position.
I've been doing this for 17 years, and most of the 17 was built and fueled by pure, unfettered delusion
100%.
and
Yes,
pure
sir.
naivete and like confidence that was so fucking crazy that like I literally believed with every fiber of my being in existence that this is exactly what needed to be done all the time,
100%.
and I did it like constantly.
100%.
It's
And that's
crazy.
what we want to bring. We want to give that experience to people or show people that it's okay to do that. It's okay to believe that. It's okay even when somebody says you should be an accountant, not a musician. If you feel you're a musician, if you feel you're who you are, that's who you are, and it's okay to explore that.
That's beautiful. I love Canadians. We were on the radio for a long time in Canada. We were on KISS. Where are you from? Where are you guys from?
Toronto, yeah.
I was on KISS 925.
Oh, amazing.
No way.
Roz and Mocha in the morning.
Epic.
Yeah. We were on like Thursdays and Sundays.
Yep.
Yeah, for a
Yeah, I
long
know
time.
Roz and
Like
Mocha.
5 years are on that. Those.
That's
we
that's
were on
maybe
in-
why you look familiar. To me.
Yeah.
I walked in. I was like, I know you.
Dude, we were that was a lot of fun. We were on the radio for 5 years and like every major there's 13. And like to be honest, in Canada, you can be on 13 radio stations and kind of cover the entire thing.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's maybe only like 18. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's very little. But it's really interesting because you know what, like and we talk about it all the time, and we're not going to talk about it that heavily today, but like it is one thing to say that, and then there's another thing to say that and then be able to do that in an environment that is really, I mean, dude, Canada fosters talent and art really, really beautifully and well, and like they subsidize artists and they give people incentives and they give people opportunity, you know, to like really pursue something, and gives people flexibility to pursue something that like most people would think is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And that's just something that's cool that Canada does.
Yeah,
CanCon.
thankful to have grown up in the position we've grown up in. We're definitely blessed.
Yeah. Canada's amazing. Thank your parents. That's fucking awesome.
100%.
They must
Shout
be
out
so
Mom and
proud
Dad.
of you guys.
They are. And you know what? They always believed. That was the big thing, is they said, you know what? If you're going to go for it, all in. All in.
So he shows you this audiobook. Do you think it's bull squash at first? Or do you actually like?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100% for the first 10 minutes. For the first 10 minutes, I'm like, what is this guy telling me? But then I was like, wait a second. Why don't I just try it? Like, why do I have to be that way? Why do I have to be so skeptical?
Open-minded.
And I literally I didn't even read the whole book. Like, he just found that out like a couple weeks ago that I didn't read the whole book. I read like a couple pages. But those pages,
Yeah, you knew enough.
those pages changed my life. I'll tell you that, right?
Why do you wear sunglasses? You don't want to show your eyes? What are you hiding from?
I mean,
Who's looking for you?
honestly, we have a photo of the first ever Crash Adams photo. We were actually in a Zara changing room. And we had these checkered suits on, and I was just wearing sunglasses, and I was just like, you know what? I just want to wear sunglasses all the time. I just like the way it looked. I like the way it felt. I think it might have been a confidence thing back in the day, which I've completely squashed, where I was just like, might have not been as confident, but with the sunglasses on, it's a little easier. But definitely lost that, but I just love it.
Now it's the
And
brand.
the fans are all like, you know, we want to see Adams or Vince without the sunglasses on. I'm like, nope.
Maybe this is how this shit goes viral. Look into frame and take your glasses off. Like, that's giving thumbnail, right?
Yeah.
I don't know much about how that shit works, but that's
They're glued.
hilarious.
Damn, Sam, grab his fucking glasses.
Zach, where are you?
Yank his
Manager.
glasses.
Is the Zara changing room where the suits started also?
It actually started in the idea started in the studio.
Yeah, it started in the studio. Yeah.
We had another thing with us is like we're fun. We're not good, like we're not goody goodies. Like we're not walking around pretending like we're saints.
No.
We like to have a great time. We enjoy life. But at the same time, I want a parent to be proud that their child looks up to us. So it started off being like, let's bring a class to music that may not have existed at the time. I'm sure it did. But from what we were seeing, it was slightly different, where it was like it was going to a very vulgar spot, and we were kind of thinking, let's clean it up at least for the music that we're making. And now we're not always in suits, but at the same time we're trying to look classy at the same time.
Beautiful. Aspirational. Clean cut.
Yeah. Do you think your music being very family friendly has kind of helped you guys and like the virality?
Likely, I think.
Yeah, like I never thought.
I
never
can't
thought of
tell
that.
because you have guys like Yeet or like Lil Uzi who are like some of the biggest. Period. So I can't really tell because I feel like if somebody connects with it, they connect with it.
How do you take both your musical backgrounds and like bring it together? Because you said you were making dance music and you were in a band. Like how does that work now?
I mean, I think the combination of rock music and he was doing dance music, I feel like it just complements it very well. And I think you can hear that in our music because we like to have a lot of tension and build up, and then when the chorus hits, like very rarely are our choruses anti-choruses or small. Like I need a big chorus for me.
Yeah, the one thing that we've actually, it's cool because when let's say you hear a song like Swedish House Mafia Save the World, and then you hear a song like, was it Baba O'Reilly, the Who? The one thing that or Coldplay, the one thing that those two have in common is the euphoric arena sort of emotion. And I think that's where it meets at first. And then that's where we started with that euphoric, like very big stadium sounding emotion. And then once we made a couple songs like that, then we started branching out from there. And some lean a little more rock and some lean a little more, we're pop now. We say pop rock, but like it all fits together.
I like what you said one time where it was like, we used to be rock pop and now we're pop rock. That took me a sec to realize what was going on. I was like, oh wait, yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. The songs are really good, and the fact that they build and they are big, like they give hits. Like they're crafted really hooky. Like they have
Thank
good
you.
pop structure.
Thank you.
And I also think that's what lends itself to like easy, I don't want to call them bits, but like easy bits on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like the structure of the song leans into this idea that like it can feature features really easily. The production allows anybody to hop on it. Like it's really well done. The songs
thank
are
you
really
very
good.
much. Thank
Really
you.
appreciate that.
It is interesting though. Like I just wonder, like you guys have done such a good job of acquiring all of these numbers. How does it translate when it's like, time to show up and like, is there pandemonium? Like what happens? Like when you go to Singapore, do people freak out? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like how do you translate that into real life? And also how much of it is from Singapore?
Yeah, I've noticed that it's all over. We're still finding out to this day. Like we're actually about to go on a show run throughout a few cities in the States.
Great.
Because we really do need to test out exactly how crazy our fan base is. When we went to Asia, I don't know. I felt like Justin Bieber.
Let me tell you, like we thought like we knew Singapore was a thing for sure. So we went to Singapore and that was insane. But then we went to Indonesia, and we were playing Good Side at a fan meet for the first time. I think the song just came out, or it was like 2 days before it came out.
Yeah, it was 2 days before it came out.
And like, I'm thinking like maybe they'll sing the chorus if they know it, because we weren't really teasing it that much. And then they started singing from the first word, and I was like, okay, this is crazy. And then we went to Hong Kong, and we played a show in Hong Kong, and Give Me a Kiss started, and they just started singing the lyrics. And I was like, whoa, this is actually a thing.
What do you attribute to that? How are you breaking these markets? Tell me. I got to get in there.
I wish I knew.
I wish I could tell you.
I
think it's just
Don't
the
bullshit
way.
me.
No, I swear. I think it's just the music resonates on that side of the world. I think someone was telling us to do that. Like on that side of the world, they're more about like melody. Whereas
Totally.
on this side of the world, it's more rhythmic. And I think a song like "Give Me a Kiss" it's all about the melodies.
Yeah.
So that might be
Give
one
Me
thing.
a Kiss is really. Give Me a Kiss and Good Side are really pop. We say pop are really pop in there. So maybe it's like. Yeah, I wish I knew. Like, I now, not to say that K-pop translates to every Asian country, because it doesn't. But like, if you take K-pop, for example, which is huge now, and you take a couple of our songs, like, it still fits. Like, it's not out of place. So maybe that's
Yeah, it's
part of the
melody
reason
heavy.
why.
I get it. I'm just really interested in like how you pop, like what are you posting on WeChat? Like what the fuck? Like
No, but it might
I'll hire
also,
a guy to get us on WeChat.
Yeah, it might also be like the videos. Maybe people on that side of the world just love that style of video. Like there's just so many factors that
But they don't have TikTok in China.
They
I know,
don't.
but they have Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram was a thing for Hong Kong. Like when we were in Hong Kong, that's how everybody knew who we were.
Yep.
But Indonesia, for example, they knew from TikTok. Singapore, a lot of it was from YouTube.
Yep.
So it's like it really just
Everybody has their platform.
yeah, everyone's got their
But
spot.
you gotta just show up everywhere.
That's interesting.
People will see you.
Good stuff.
But it was wild though. It was. I still don't feel this way, and I don't think I ever will. That when people come up to us on the streets, like, and they're like, "Oh my goodness!" Like we would meet people and they'd be shaking. We met people, they were crying. Like I couldn't believe it because I just feel like me, right?
It was literally yesterday. Like we were talking about all those moments, but literally yesterday we were filming on another freestyle rap series, and I was just sitting there with the speaker, and like someone was like, "Can I take a photo with you?" And I was like, "Me?"
That's funny.
So I don't know when that kicks in.
Yeah, it's starting to happen. It's starting to happen a lot now.
Yeah.
So like I'm starting to
Yeah.
get used to like like how to act.
Yeah, how to act, yeah. But like I think actually, you know what? I don't think it's so much of like being shocked anymore. I think it's like the feeling of how thankful we are that someone's coming up to take a photo or wants to hear our music and stuff. It literally doesn't change.
Yeah.
Every time they sing lyrics
never will
at a
change.
concert, like I almost cried first time. I was like, thank God I was wearing these.
Do you guys ever get embarrassed doing this stuff in public?
Never.
Not at all, to be honest with you.
Really?
I think if you're a musician and you're embarrassed to do something, you're in the wrong career.
Yeah, for sure.
This is one of the toughest careers to make it in. You better be willing to do anything for it.
I feel like
within reason.
I feel like we set the bar though with the couch.
Yeah, it's true. When you're
Everything
running in
else
the
is a
middle of
little
the street with
easy.
a couch, yeah, everything else gets a little easier.
Like rolling the red carpet out.
Oh, we love that. That
Like,
one's so fun.
It's funny to watch, and you have a smile on your face when you're watching it. I was like, I don't think I could get out there and just roll a red carpet in front of someone and expect them to walk down it.
You'd be surprised. Everyone, people react really well to that one.
That was you? I've seen people do that trend where you just like roll out a red carpet in front of a stranger.
And they have to walk down it like they're walking down the red
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah.
Wait, did you start that one?
No, we saw that there was a guy doing that in France. That's where it all kind of started.
Something like that,
I
yeah.
definitely I'm not going to say we definitely started that idea.
No,
I want to
no
give
way.
him credit. He did that in France, and we saw those. It's similar to when those people also bring like the basketball nets out,
Yeah.
and like they make somebody take a shot. It was like kind of that idea where it's like rate each person based on what they're doing, and we wanted to just put our music behind it and see if people would hear our music with
So
it.
good.
It doesn't translate the greatest to people hearing
people
your
like it,
music,
yeah.
but the videos themselves, I think the feeling is just, that's why we keep doing it.
Yo, it's so funny too because the first few times we did it, we didn't have a speaker, with us.
Oh, yeah.
So like imagine we roll out the red carpet with just like crickets.
yeah, that's a little weird.
Right. So that now like once we start bumping, you know, we've been bumping Good Side lately, and people walk.
So
They walk the carpet.
how many songs do you guys just have done? Like outside of this EP that's coming?
All right, I'm
Connor, can you hear us?
probably honestly probably have about 20 to 30 ish. We've to get to our EP, we made like 60.
Yeah.
And then narrowed it down. We probably have 20 to 30 that we really love. So those will definitely be following. At the end of the day, like I said, this is a music first push from now on, and that's what we plan on doing.
By the way, you can listen to all of Crash Adams' music. It's waiting for you on Amazon Music, link below or on the screen.
What's the story behind Sugar Mommy?
You got one?
That would be great if we did, but unfortunately, we're taking applications. But for us, to put it bluntly, I grew up with everybody, yeah.
Heater alert.
That song reminds us of that, and it's really not serious at all. At the end of the day, it was just us in the studio on our Backstreet Boys vibe. We love the beat so much. We love the melody of the lyrics that we were like, listen, if people don't resonate with this song, we don't care. Let's just put it out. It's just fun for us. And that's kind of the
Slaps.
story
Still slaps.
of Sugar Mommy.
Still
There's no real deep meaning behind that one. It's just we love it.
Whenever you guys say Sugar Mommy tastes just like biscotti, I always think you're gonna say salami. Like it just feels, Sugar Mommy tastes just like salami.
No, but you know, like when he was like tracking the vocals, he's like, man, you know, like I like the lyric, but like it feels wrong to say biscotti.
Yeah.
because like we're also Italian as well, so like it should be like biscotti, right?
Oh, so
but
you're
like it
saying
doesn't
like
rhyme. You're
American.
like, hey, Sugar Mommy tastes just like biscotti. It's like it's not the same.
Those are those like little cookie things, right?
Yeah. That you dunk in the coffee.
Yeah, you've seen those.
Of course, I know what a biscotti is. Are you first or second generation Canadian?
Second.
Cool.
Second.
Cool.
But like we understand Italian, or like if somebody was having a conversation, like talking trash to us, I'd
I
be able
always
to
wonder
respond.
like how old Canada is. It's pretty old. It's not like a new country. I say that like relative to like a place like Australia. No, I mean, again, you laugh. It's like most of the people moved to Australia in like the 60s.
It says Canada was founded July 1st, 1867.
Yeah, a long time.
As well.
Yeah, but like
It's been a minute.
now look at its Commonwealth sister nation, Australia. Just out of curiosity, and then we'll move the fuck on.
1901.
There we go.
1901.
It's pretty interesting, right?
It is.
Oh,
I
it is
think even
interesting.
Singapore, we were in Singapore, it's only like 40, 50 years.
Dude,
that Singapore
Australasia is very new.
Yeah.
It's very new
Wow.
relative to the rest of the world.
That's wild.
So that's why I asked, first or second generation.
Imagine 100 years from now.
No, crazy, right?
Right?
No, I don't want to think of that shit. Fuck. That is wild when you really get lost on what the future is, right?
Yeah.
In terms of time and also in terms of what lasts that long. Also, like, there's going to be another version of this conversation happening probably in 100 years.
There likely will,
Just with
yeah.
two other, like, just with a bunch of different bizarro
Maybe it's
people.
just AI just having this conversation.
Weirdly,
with
like,
sunglasses on.
it's weird. Like, I'd prefer AI over somebody else taking my gig. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little fun.
Well, at least you could make an AI version of you, right?
Somebody pitched me on that, like in the last like 8 months. They're like, imagine you interviewing people when you're dead. I'm like, damn, dude, that's fucking a hard.
Pretty grim, man.
That's a hard pitch,
I feel
brother.
like you got a long way to go.
It's like, dude, I just turned 30. We're focused on death.
Damn.
Got it. Roger that. Really, Crash Adams music waiting for you below, and the EP is gonna be there too. This is one of how many volumes you think?
Ooh. You know what? I think we kind of think of it like Lil Wayne with the Carter, like the Carter 1, 2, 3. I think it's going to be like that. And let's see how many we get to. It'd be nice to get to like 20, 25, 30.
Would you
who
have a
knows?
second one planned out or no?
Just might. I would say stay tuned in the next few months, because there's going to be a lot of music dropping for sure.
See how we're feeling.
Yeah.
And
I think
how are you brainstorming ideas in terms of promotion via TikTok? What are you going to do? Because you can't do the feature thing forever, or can you?
Who knows?
I mean, we're gonna try.
We're always brainstorming. Like we have literally a bank of ideas. So
Usually we'll ride out an idea until it's like absolutely got no juice left, and then we'll switch it up. But like it really just depends, because like who knows what's gonna be the way 2 months from now because of how quick it changes. Example, some video that's doing well is like showing my mom reacting to my new song, or my dad reacting to my new song, or the people that sit in the car and do the reacting. Like those were like a big wave that were breaking new music in the last couple of months, and then who knows what it'll be.
Then it died out.
Yeah, like it'll all, once people get bored and once everybody starts doing it.
I mean, there is a way to psychologically break down things that go viral and why it works.
We always study that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know,
He's always on. Adams is our guy for that.
Even down to the layering of a video, right? Like somebody's playing, what are they holding in their hands? What's behind them?
yeah, it gets wild.
Yeah.
It gets wild.
There's layers, but that's
Yeah.
why being out in public actually, like,
It helps a lot.
yes, it does. Like it without you having to strategically plan that much,
Yeah.
because you naturally have layering in the shot. So there's a lot
Yeah.
going on. There's a lot to grab your eyes. There's a lot to focus on. There's this variable of you don't know what's going to happen.
No idea.
Yeah.
Which can be, though, it can be detrimental, because if you pigeonhole yourself too much to one style of content, the way the algorithm works is it's gonna find you fans who want that content, and then the moment you try to put something else out,
It's not gonna work.
No, it's not gonna work, because like those fans that are seeing this video are not following you for that video. They're following you for the public. So unfortunately we had to be out in public for a good year and a half because nothing else was working, and now we're starting to get to the level where we actually have real fans who are tuned in, and we can experiment a little more.
Now, are you understanding that on your own, or are you figuring that out with TikTok, or like what's the deal? You just trial and error it yourself and realize
Dude, it's been trial and error for the last since we started. It's
yeah.
still even try, because like I said, we knew nothing about social media. We were just musicians. So it's like, okay, figure out how to market yourselves, and we're still figuring it out.
You've done a great job.
Thank you.
You should
Thank
be
you
very
very
proud.
much.
Thank you very much.
One of you guys said, I forget which one, but you were talking about how you like negative comments because if you can you explain? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it was definitely you.
That's hilarious.
That was me.
That was definitely it.
Yeah.
Can you explain your theory behind that?
So we don't try to get negative comments,
No.
but as a result of going viral, obviously there's negativity in every corner of the internet. What I find is if you ask the negative people a question, they can't wait to tell you the reasons why they're
Yeah.
negative or whatever it is.
But the part that I love the most about the negative comments is commenting back with something super positive. It's like, you'll get a comment just off the top of my head, hey, you suck. It's not the worst comment ever, obviously, but just something to think of. And we'll comment back being like, we wish you the best for you and your family.
Like which we actually
wish
do.
we
we're not like
legitimately
we're
do,
not like
right?
snarky saying
No,
it.
because and the reason I'm bringing this up is because there have been times where we got super negative comments, commented back with something positive, and then it'll be like, you know what? I'm so sorry. Like,
Yeah, it's
Just
the
happened a
song
lot.
is actually really good.
It's
I want to
actually
go listen to
happened
the
a
rest of your music. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm now a fan.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah, but like I also at the same time is let's say somebody says you suck. If you say why do we suck,
Well, they can.
you're gonna get an essay back, and in that time that it takes them to write the essay, they're on your video increasing the watch time.
Oh, interesting.
Over and over and over again.
Super smart.
Oh, wow. You guys are getting it. There's a science. Right? There is a little
Definitely
bit.
is. There definitely is.
Wild. Any final thoughts over there, Daniel?
No, just they're known for a couch. We're known for a couch. You guys want to know where we got that couch? We've had it for about 12 years. No, how long? 6, 7 years now? 8? No, it's been about 9 years since we've had that couch.
No, it's been since 2015.
Wow.
So that's 9 years.
It's-
9
yeah,
years.
9 years.
It took a while to get there. 9 years. We got that out of a dumpster.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's pretty comfortable. I'm not going to lie.
Thanks.
it's in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like a
It's very famous.
clean dumpster?
It was they were cleaning out a building next our old building. They were throwing that couch away. We're like, I think we can use that.
Yeah,
Wow.
we did. We
Love
made
it.
it very famous.
And you did?
No, they won't let us get rid of it. Like I brought it up in a meeting last week because they're going to redo our studio, change up the entire look. I was like, oh, we've been actually like, because we've been talking about it for months. We're like, maybe like we retire the couch. Just, I don't want to brag about it, but like Hard Rock Cafe made us an offer to put it on display.
That's
you know,
That's
so
epic.
That's pretty cool.
yeah. It's like one of
You
my,
don't have to lie.
I don't know. I
Cool. Fuck you.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Hard Rock Cafe.
Wait,
That's pretty.
Is that not cool?
Cool.
Is that not cool? I don't know. Like I was actually, maybe it's the Canadian side of me.
Yeah, they're tourists. It's fucking cool to them.
Yeah.
It's cool to them. It's going in the Hard Rock Cafe on display. No, we did get an offer for it, but we were thinking about like, oh, maybe we get a new one. Maybe it's like time to change it up. And I'm in this fucking meeting last week, and they're like, no, you can't get rid of the couch. We're about to like redo this room, spend a fortune, and it's all gonna be built around the couch.
Wow.
Really?
Okay, it's from a dumpster a block away.
Hey,
Fantastic.
She's
You know
had
what?
she's
Love
had a
it.
glow up.
you never
She's had a
never
glow
expect
up.
it
She's had a
sometimes, right?
glow
No,
up.
she was like, this is a rags to riches story. Okay? She's giving diamond in the rough. She's giving adopt don't shop. Anyway, Crash Adams. You can listen to their music. There's a link below. It's all on Amazon Music. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
Appreciate you. Crash Adams, everybody. Thank you.